All right, we are on Module 4. This is our first major speech. So there's several components to it, so let's get started. You will have to make sure that you go to the resources. Let me point out the main things. Okay, so here are the directions. This is an informative speech, and so you need to pick a topic that you know a lot about. There's no research, and it's not a demonstration speech. So, and you don't want it to be a personal narrative. You can have touches of first person in there, but you can't have a whole key point devoted to just your experience, okay? So you cannot do that. You want to keep the first person to a minimum. You want to be original in your topics. So here are some things to avoid. Okay, you want to stay away from cliched topics, and we'll get into that also too. With your next speech too, but you always want to make sure that you're choosing original topics, not something else that if I were to assign it, everybody in the world would have the exact same thing to say about it. So you don't want we're going to stay away from anything to do with your sport. That's a very common one, very cliched, and it's really elementary. I'm not saying, like it says on there, what it's like to show a pig, or FFA, softball's a great sport. I don't doubt any of those things, but you need something a little bit more academically sound and a little bit more original. You don't want anything persuasive, and so you're just going to think of a topic you know a lot about. An example of something that would be cliched would be social media, technology, anything of that nature. Other things like the death penalty, abortion, vaccinations. There's a whole list of cliched topics. So that's why for the very first thing you're going to do is get your topic approved. Okay, so I want you to go in, and I'll show it to you in a minute, but you'll have a discussion. It's different than our other ones, and get your topic approved. Do not go forth with your outline until you get topic approval. I think you guys will probably have noticed by now that I grade very, very quickly, so you'll get feedback very quickly. If your topic doesn't work, then email me. Do not respond in the submission comment box. Email me. So here's what you're going to be doing. This speech is 3 to 5 minutes, okay? So you can come down here. You can see, you're going to need these examples right here. I would honestly get these, download them. Let me show you. So I would download this right here and delete my stuff and leave the labels. Like, you have to have these, okay? And the other one doesn't have the purposes on there. You'll find the attention grabber. You will start your speech with your attention grabber. When you go to give this speech, you will not say, "Hi, my name is Casey, and I'm going to give a speech about Jaws," and then go into my attention grabber. You are going to go up there, do not introduce yourself, and just give your attention grabber. That is how this speech has to start, your attention grabber. But all of these things, attention grabber, reason to listen, thesis statement, credibility statement, preview of main points, it has to look exactly like this, okay? Well, there we go. Okay, so let me come back out here, all right? So resources, it's imperative that you look in the resources. Discussion over topics. 1, 2, 3, 4. What's your topic? All right. Why did you pick it? What's your credibility? Okay, you will have a credibility statement in here. You can look at the example, and then I have another lesson I'm about to show you where to find that. It talks about credibility. But, and then your 3 key points, all right? So you have to post this, respond to your peers, December 21st. I'll grade it real quickly to know if your topic is approved or not. And if you want to run a topic by me, then just shoot it to me in an email. All right? So then, after you get topic approval, you are going to create your outline. It must follow the example. Watch this lesson, okay? I will grade it real quick, and if it does not meet the requirements, I will tell you what you need to do. You have to make sure that you go in there and make the revisions before you do your speech, and you can easily get full credit on this and the visual aid. So check back for feedback very quickly, because I will grade it. If it doesn't meet the requirements, I might say, "Hey, this is great, but you're missing your credibility statement." And so you might get 10 out of 15. And then you're going to go, "Oh, dang," and then you're going to fix it real quick, re-upload it, and then I'll give you full credit. You cannot revise revise outlines after the speeches. And this is a fast-paced class, so you're going to have to get in there and do that relatively fast. Okay? Watch this lesson. So we're in module 4. So post your topic for approval, check for approval, submit your outline. This is due on Christmas Eve. Okay, so is your visual aid. All right. So watch the lesson there. And visual aid, there's a lesson here in resources. Okay, it's number 4. Number 4, number 5. All right, there's a lot of lessons with this, and you're going to have to make sure that you set aside the time to do this. But these are not long. If you look at this, you're going to find a video just like this. And where
it's more than just a meal you make every night.
Okay. Where there's an example visual aid from a student, and there I am just like this video given a lesson. Okay, so it's going to be very clear if you don't watch these things. Okay, so I'm going to come back out, module 4. So look at everything, resources. This is your textbook. There's a lesson in the outline here. There's also the lessons. There's 2 lessons over your visual aids. Your visual aid. Okay, right here, it says right here Google Slides. Google Slides doesn't work anymore. They don't process. So I'm changing that. You can use PowerPoint or Canva. You can't use Google anything in here. Google doesn't work. Google Docs doesn't work. Google Slides doesn't work. You will have to use either PDF or Word to submit your outline. Okay, so you cannot use Google Docs. You cannot use Google Docs. So you're going to upload your presentation. You can use Canva here, okay? And I think there's Prezi. You can do that too if you're familiar with that. Okay, so if you have not watched the lessons over visual aids, you need to. You have to watch that. So again, it's either all or nothing. If you don't meet the requirements, I will tell you what you need to do, and then you can resubmit it. But your speech is due. My due dates all went away. The speech is due on the 26th, okay? So you're going to submit these. I'm going to grade them that day. If you get them in early, I'll grade it that day. If you want to get it in early and knock this out, get it even done before Christmas, I'm way okay with that. And you post your link here, so make sure that you check your link, normal, respond to your peers. But here's what I want to note is this: you have to use your visual aid. You cannot sit down. You can't do this. Okay, you can't sit down. You can't stand up and hold your laptop. You will not be happy with your grade if you do that. The first way that most people do it is you project it on your TV, project it on a screen, some sort of projection. If all you have is your laptop, I'm okay with that, but you have to stand up, have it sitting up next to you where you don't want to have to bend over, okay? But you need it next to you while you're standing up, and you have to have that interaction with it. You can't have anybody else control it. You are responsible for clicking your slides, having the interaction with it. And when I say interaction, you'll see in the student example, hers is projected. You can see she points at it just a few times, as you can see here, just to have that interaction with your visual aid. But make sure you meet time, dress for the occasion. If you guys have any questions, let me know.